All right, today on Warner Sunday Kitchen. We're doing something a little different. I have to make an Alfredo, a chicken Alfredo for tomorrow. My daughter signed up for this, or she actually started this meal thing for this family that's unfortunate, has some unfortunate circumstances happen to them lately. So she started this meal train for them. And of course, she started this meal train and then she calls me up and says, "Hey Dad, can you cook something for him?" And I thought, you know what? Chicken Alfredo goes over well for everybody. So, of course, this is my last day of freedom. I fly out to Washington State tomorrow. So when you watch this, I'll actually probably be getting back to Texas after going up to Washington and picking up my adult supervision, which is Amy, my wife, and driving back. So, but I thought, you know what? What do I want to eat on my last night of freedom? And of course, it's pizza. But I've had so much red sauce pizza lately since my adult supervision's gone that I thought, you know what, if I'm making chicken Alfredo, why not make a flatbread chicken Alfredo pizza for myself for tonight and make an Alfredo for tomorrow for them at the same time. Of course, they have a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 4, and a 5-year-old. And so they probably don't like the mushrooms and the green onions and the spinach in the Alfredo sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that on the pizza, but I'm gonna make a chicken, or I'm gonna make a garlic Parmesan Alfredo, just a plain one for them, and I'll boil fettuccine noodles later and everything, but I'm gonna grill the chicken up and do the flatbread pizza, of course, and make an Alfredo sauce on this video. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, and it's really easy, it's really fast, it's simple, and that's what I need on my last night of freedom, is something simple, so I can sit down, relax, play with the dogs a little bit, and go to sleep early because I got a flight tomorrow. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, so you don't wanna miss this episode. This is gonna be a good one, all right? So I'll see you in a minute. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this butter and I'm gonna put it right on the flatbread, okay? And I'm gonna spread it out. I'm gonna spread it out, and I've already got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put some garlic on it, some garlic powder, sprinkle that on there. And then I'm gonna take this Parmesan cheese I already have in the fridge, and I'm gonna put that in the Alfredo sauce too, but I want that on the flatbread, all right, as it goes in the oven to brown, okay? And then once I get this in the oven to brown, I'm gonna start the Alfredo sauce and the chicken. And so while that's browning, that's getting done. So that's how you do it. Hold on, we'll be right back. All right, first things first is I have this oil heating up. I'm gonna add some garlic to it, about a spoonful of garlic, probably I'd say about a tablespoon and a half. Of course, remember, I'm making this I'm just taking a little bit for my flatbread pizza. My flatbread pizza's in the oven right now. The oven's preheated and it's in there for about 6 minutes. I'm putting it in there about 6 minutes and then I'm gonna check on it. We're gonna get this garlic right here, and then we're gonna add some heavy whipping cream to it, oil, once it browns a little bit, so it gets that flavor going. And then let that thicken up a little bit once I put this in there. And I'm making quite a bit. You don't have to make quite a bit. I mean, you probably, for one flatbread pizza, you probably only need about a cup, or maybe a cup of heavy whipping cream, maybe. If you want some extra sauce, do about a cup and a half or so. If you like it saucy. If not, you can do less. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna add I got about 4.5, maybe 5 cups in there. 5 cups of Alfredo is what I'm gonna make. So now, as that heats up, it's gonna thicken up. All right, and I'm gonna add a little bit more. So it's gonna thicken up as it heats up. Right now it's cold because the heavy whipping cream is cold. So it's gonna be cold for a little bit. Of course, okay, so my daughter she ordered me some cilantro on Walmart.com where they delivery, and they had delivered Italian herbs So I thought, how am I going to use that? But you know what? I'm using it on the chicken. So I put the chicken in here, the chicken tenders in a bag, and I put that Italian herbs on it, and that is going to be awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of oil to the cast iron pan that's heated up, and then I'm going to get my tongs out. We're going to spread this oil out a little bit here. See, it's smoking. I'm going to turn on the fan so the alarm doesn't go off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this chicken on here. And I only need a couple pieces, okay? So I'm going to put a couple pieces on there for me. And of course, I'm going to fry the chicken up for them tomorrow. So I just want a couple pieces. So we're going to fry those pieces up. I think, okay, let me check that real quick. All right, we got about 1 more minute on there on the flatbread, and I think it'll be perfect. Remember, keep stirring this a little bit because the heat is coming in the bottom. You got to heat up it thoroughly throughout the whole thing, and it'll thicken up, and it'll be really nice. Of course, I'm probably going to add a little bit of cornstarch and water because I want a thick sauce. I'm probably going to add about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons to about 1/8 of a cup of water. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to about 1/8 of a cup of cold water. Because remember, we use cold water for cornstarch. If you use hot water, it clumps up. So, but we're gonna thicken it up so it sticks to the noodles and it sticks to my flatbread pizza tonight. So that'll be nice, really nice. And of course, while you're heating up the milk and everything like that, you can put your Parmesan cheese right in there. So I'm gonna dump the Parmesan cheese in there and stir that around, and that'll melt, of course, as it gets hotter. So, all right. I'm not gonna have you watch this. I'm gonna put you on time warp, and so you don't have to sit there and watch this heat up for about 6 or 7 minutes. So we'll be right back. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this Alfredo sauce, which, see, this is, oh, it's nice and creamy and thick here. So we're gonna put this right on here. I ended up putting about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in it. About 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So, and in it, about 1/8 of a cup of water, 1/8 to 1/4 cup of water, and adding it to it. So that way it just, oh, look at that. Oh, that's gonna be so good. So good. There we go. And try to push it out as far to the edges as possible, without running over. I usually use parchment paper. I'm using aluminum foil. Maybe it'll crisp up a little bit better. I think it might. I'm gonna put a little pepper on here. All right, and then I have some mushrooms. Got some mushrooms on here. Of course, I got the chicken. So we're gonna just peel this chicken a little bit, and it's turned out great. I love that Italian seasoning. I'm glad my daughter made that mistake, because it's really, really good. You just pick this apart and put it on there as much as you want. It's good stuff. Really good. Then I grilled that for about, I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. I'm gonna put that on there. Look at that. And then I'm gonna grab some of these mushrooms, and you can do them large size if you wanted to, or I want to break them up so I get one in each, a little bit in each bite. So I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I love onions, green onions. Just the flavor in those are just wonderful. So you can put red peppers in this. I don't have any red peppers. All right. Hey, guys. It's thunder. Of course, this year is a very rainy time in Texas. So the dogs really do not like thunder much. So need a thunder buddy. That's what they need. All right, there we go. Lots of green onions. Wish I had some red peppers or something to put in there for a little more color, but I don't. So we are going to have to adapt and overcome, and that's fine. Of course, 3 cheeses I always have around the house. It's cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, and Parmesan cheese. Because you can pretty much make anything with those. And then lots of Parmesan cheese. Of course, I'm making this, for you guys that are watching the channel for the first time, I'm making this because my wife's up in Washington State helping my brother-in-law and his future wife get their house ready for their baby. And I have no adult supervision and my wife does not like pizza because she's not a cheese lover. So, and I think I burn her out on pizza. So that's why. So this is an easy flatbread pizza. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do this. So, and this is the one I use. I use it at HEB. I got it from HEB, and it's a great flatbread. So, all right, I'm gonna put this in the oven, and then we'll come back for the tasting. All right. All right, we're out of the oven. Things are happening here in Texas, okay? We have a thunderstorm going on and my dogs are going crazy. The power went out on the GoPro or on in the house at the end of my episode, right? I'd already done everything and the power went out. And then, so I re-videoed it and then my power went out in my GoPro. So I am on my iPhone right now finishing up this video, okay? As you can see, the pizza turned out awesome. It really did. That flatbread pizza, and what I was saying was, if you have a relative that has an aversion to leftovers, what I do is I cook an Alfredo, like a chicken Alfredo for them on one day, and then like 2 days later with the leftovers, I'll make this Alfredo pizza. That way, it's not technically leftovers. It's a brand new meal. You got to use that. You got to use that. So, so far I haven't been caught. Of course, she doesn't watch my videos, so she'll never know. All right, so I'm gonna try this pizza again, and it is so good. It is so good. Oh goodness, you got to try that. I say that all the time. I know I do, and I probably get old for people that actually watch this video and video every week, like some of my cadets. But you gotta try that. Y'all get to buy a flatbread pizza or flatbread bed from HEB or Walmart or wherever. Make some Alfredo sauce. Then you got everything in the fridge you need. And unless you don't have mozzarella cheese, you know, get some mozzarella cheese. You got some mushrooms, some onions, some red peppers, whatever you want to throw on it. Some chicken. You can throw some beef on there. Some fajitas would be good. Fajita meat with Alfredo. So good. So there's no limit to this. Just make yourself a pizza. It only takes like 10 minutes. It's nothing. All right? So hit that like button if you like this video. All right? If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? What are you holding out for? Huh? All right? Hit the notification bell if you haven't hit it yet, so you're notified when my son posts another video. All right? Shout out to all the cadets this week that finished basic leadership training. You guys were awesome. Amazing, amazing group of cadets. And the graduate assistants that helped us, couldn't have done it without you. You guys are a great great group. And I'm very excited about this year coming up. So, all right, until next time, Sorner Sunday Kitchen. I miss you already. All right, bye.